Couldn't make it. I couldn't make it. I know. That used to be my excuse too. Couldn't make it to the gym. Just couldn't do it, man. I couldn't get out of bed. You have days like that, right? I do. I do. I have days like that. In fact, today was one of those days. And, the way those days, I can tell you, the way those days used to go for me is I would wake up to my alarm and I'd hit the snooze bar multiple times. All right. Now, we all have a way where we can say, in my defense, I have one of those too. In my defense, I worked until 11, 12 midnight. So when I was supposed to be up by 5:30, 6 o'clock, I didn't get up. I got up, but I hit the snooze bar. And then I ended up getting up at 6:37. That used to be my excuse. And then I would say, okay, well, the hell with it. I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to get ready for my day and start my day. And that used to work for me, but it doesn't work for me no more. I've tried it and my day doesn't go really well. It doesn't go as smooth as it does when I start my day with a workout. Um, Now I'm not one of these guys where, I was laughing because earlier tonight I was watching this thing on Instagram where this guy, another influencer, he was, fixing his morning, protein shake, and he was like, it's 1:30 in the morning, getting ready to go into the gym. And I don't know the guy's work schedule, but I didn't even have to look at the comments to know that people were going to go in on him. Why? Because all these influencers always say, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm on my second or third workout. What have you done? That's not me. Listen, I told you guys I'm gonna keep it as direct, as simple, and as real as I can keep it with you. So let me tell you, if that's your excuse in the morning, I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it into the gym. There's always a way to get something done. Always. Maybe you're like, okay, Ray, but I watch you on Instagram and I see that you have a home weight system, a setup. I see you have everything you need to do to get a workout at home. And you're right. It wasn't always like that for me. But when I didn't have all that stuff, what I did was body workouts. I never knew how to do body workouts. In fact, I used to think they were ridiculous. I was like, what are you possibly getting out of just a body workout if you don't have no equipment? And then I'll go back to the pandemic. I had to start learning, what can we do? Now that the gyms are shut down, what can we do at home? And that's when I started watching people who were trainers, people who were physical fitness people, and just kind of watching what they were doing, telling people, hey, if you don't have weights at home, you don't have access, maybe you don't even have money to go buy weights, let me give you some workouts that you can do at home that are going to help you stay in shape, gain muscle, and remain healthy. All right. On top of all the other things you should be doing, like vitamins and drinking water and doing all those things. And if you're not doing those things, you should be doing those things. You should be drinking a lot of water. You should be taking vitamins. If you guys want to know the vitamins I take, I usually share them on my social media. If you want, I will give you a list of what I take, um, and I can share that on another podcast. But um, there's always a way to get a workout in. All right, so there's never a good excuse. I know a lot of people say, there's sometimes you just can't do it. That there's always a way to get at least something done. And what I mean by that is, at the bare minimum, when you wake up on days like that and you're not feeling it, maybe you worked late and your body is like, no, I'm tired. I just want to take a shower and I want to go to work. There has to be a way where you convince yourself and do not listen to your bitch voice. That's what it's called, your bitch voice. My sons know that voice. They always tell me when they see me slipping up, they're like, Dad, you're listening to your B voice right now. And sometimes they're right. So I have to get right. And in order for you to not fall victim to your bitch voice, you have to know that there is something I can do before I get my day. Maybe I didn't have time to hop in my car, drive down to the gym and get a workout in. But at the very least, I'm gonna do something here at home. So I'm making sure I'm staying on my thing, on my schedule. And it's very easy. It's very easy to get these workouts in. You can step outside your door in your backyard if you have your backyard, if you have a patio, if you have a balcony, whatever. You can step out outside. You can do, or you can do an indoor workout wherever. All right. But the main thing you need to do is get something in. Bare minimum, you should do push-ups. Guys, there is no reason that you shouldn't be able to do some push-ups. All right. Maybe you're like, I ain't done push-ups in years. Okay, well, you should start. Because at the very least, if you don't go to the gym, you don't have a membership, you don't lift weights, you don't do any of these things, you should at least do push-ups every day. Men, I'm talking to you. Like that is not a negotiable. You should at least be doing push-ups every day. Do as many as you can. But you want to get to a point where you can do 50 to 100. If you can get to doing 100 every day, and I know that sounds like a lot to some guys, it's not a lot. Trust me, break it into 4 sets, do 25 4 times, and you've got 100. Okay? You can get there. Trust me. I was there with you. I used to hate push-ups, couldn't do them. I did a few and then I was dying. But you build up to that. If you can just do push-ups and then start your day, that's a win. Next thing you can do is you can do air squats. Everybody's like, "What's air squats?" Air squats is literally where you stand up. You know how you squat with the barbell behind you, with the Olympic bar behind you. Well, instead of doing that, you're just gonna squat with your hands together and do squats all the way down and then come back up. You would be surprised. You do 100 of those in the morning. You'd be surprised how much of a workout is. A workout. Trust me. These are workouts that I was like, that's impossible to do anything. Like there's no weight, there's no nothing. I promise you, I'm telling you guys, if you do air squats mixed with some push-ups, you're going to have a really good workout. You will feel it, you will break a sweat, and you will feel it in your legs the next day. I promise you. You will feel your legs and say, damn, man, my legs are absolutely shredded right now. They're sore. If you do air squats. Mix those in with push-ups, okay? Maybe you just start with push-ups. Once you start to build up, do the air squats, add it in there. Those are two workouts you can do to start your day if you don't get to the gym. The other thing you can do is something we've been doing since we were kids, jumping jacks. A lot of people forget about that. You can do jumping jacks, all right? Do 100 of them. Do 100 of them. Again, break them down to 25 4 sets, but do them. That'll get your heart rate going. It'll get you start working on your stamina. That's another workout to add. You add that into push-ups, air squats, jumping jacks, solid workout. Something very simple to add to that is high knee crunches. All right. That's where you're standing and you're just barely, you have your hands over your knee and you're turning your abs, you're getting your ab workout, and your knees are coming up and they're hitting your hands. All right. I usually do those 40 on each side and I do 4 sets. Now, listen, I'm just telling you and I'm sharing this with you guys because I had one of those mornings today. Okay. I hit the snooze bar 3 times. I was not happy with myself. I probably could have made it to the gym when I got up, but I didn't want to be stressed out and then head in to work and then be, getting there late possibly or getting there close to when I was supposed to clock in. So I made sure that I did something here. So what I did, I went outside, and if you're on my socials, you've seen what I did. I bought the new landmine adapter, so I did some shoulder pushes with the landmine adapter. I did what else did I do? I did some pulls and I did some hex bar dips. All of those. Did 3 sets on all of them. I went outside. It was cold, but I went out there and I got it in. There are days where you'll see me share on my social media where I'm doing dips. I have a dip bar where I'll do dips. I'll get those in, but every day I'm at least doing push-ups at the bare minimum. I'm doing this episode because I want to encourage you guys. And like I always tell you, I'm never going to get on here and act like my life is 100% put together, that I don't have any days where I slack, that I'm this guy who has this rigid schedule and I stick to it and there are no excuses and yada yada. I'm not that guy. But I am the guy where it says, if you have an excuse, there's a way to fix that. Okay. I had an excuse this morning. I worked late. I was tired, but I still got my work done. All right. So I'm trying to share this with you guys because I want to encourage you guys to put in the work. If you want to change your life, if you want to get in shape, you want to get healthier, you want to be more confident, man, I'm talking to you again. I'm telling you because I remember how I felt when I was extremely out of shape. I remember how I felt when I hadn't lifted a weight in 10, 15 years. Okay? I remember. Okay? It's very, very difficult to start. But what's even harder is dealing with life when you have to deal with something like being single again. All right? And you're back on the market and you're having to get your confidence back. You're having to rebuild your life. All of that is very difficult. What makes it even more difficult is when you're out of shape, okay? Because your confidence is not there. It's shot. All right. You're not getting looks from women. You can't say hi to a woman and she's saying hi back. You don't feel like anybody wants to be around you. You don't feel like anybody's attracted to you. You don't feel anything. Your confidence is shot. I've been there. I'm telling you, and I'm sharing this with you guys because we all have to start somewhere, okay? I get it. Weights are expensive as hell. Home workouts are super expensive. Gym memberships can be expensive. Um, Although there are some cheap ones. Uh, Planet Fitness, this is not a plug, but Planet Fitness is pretty cheap. And 24 hour is always running specials. So it's getting cheaper, but I get it. I understand. I've been there. I want to share these things with you from time to time to encourage you to do at least the bare minimum of doing some push-ups. Maybe you do 50 push-ups, maybe you do 20 and you're like, gosh, these are hard. It's okay. Baby steps. Do them every morning because you're going to go from 20, you're going to build up to 30, then you'll go to 40, then you'll hit 50. And next thing you know, you'll be 60, 70, 80, and you will hit 100 and you will be proud of yourselves. And you will, just off of push ups, you will see a change. You will see a change in your arms. You will see a change in your chest. You will see a change in your shoulders. And once you start seeing that, it becomes contagious. It becomes addicting because you're starting to see your body change and now you want more. That's what happened to me. I used to go to the gym and I used to just do the bare minimum. I used to do like a 15, 20-minute workout and then I would leave because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But when I started seeing changes, when I would get in the shower and I'd look in the mirror before I get in the shower and I'd notice, I was like, wow, never saw my body look like that before. I always tell you guys, I am not the poster boy for fitness, but I am a far cry from where I used to be. I used to be shaped like a pear. Yeah, you know what a pear is shaped like? That's what I was shaped like. And I'm not shaped like a pear anymore. And I'm damn proud of it. Okay. Still got a lot of work to do. But like I said, I live in reality, man. I'm just telling you guys, the everyday man out there who's going through this, who's maybe in a situation where he's trying to get his life back on track, needs to get in shape, maybe has a good job. And now he's trying to get his confidence back, have a good relationship with his kids, and find the woman that's gonna, be the woman of his dreams. I want to encourage you guys to do these things. You got to start somewhere, okay? Please do these things. Again, push-ups, air squats, jumping jacks, high knee crunches. There's a lot more. And then you can get on Amazon, okay? Speaking of equipment, you can buy those bands, the rubber bands with the handles. You can buy those for like 20 bucks now. And they clip onto your door from the top. You shut your door and the clip stays on the door and then you can pull and you can do all kinds of workouts with these bands. Very cheap, very cost effective. And these are things that I started doing during the pandemic. that helped me transform. Okay. I can share again on my social media, which I'll probably do tomorrow. I'll share again what I used to look like and how I transformed into a better version of myself. I'm always a work in progress. I am not a fitness guru. I am not a trained professional. I'm not the guy you're going to see who's on TRT, who's cut, all carved. That's not me. I have a normal, natural body, and I'm just in better shape than I was. And I'm always trying to improve. And you can do the same thing. And this episode is to encourage you guys. You guys understand? Um, so with that being said, I got a text today from my boy John Tay. Shout out to John Tay if you're watching or listening. And oh, actually, I sent him a text and we were chatting. But then he goes, "Hey, you know where I'm at?" And I was like, because I always give him shit about not going to the gym with me. And I always give him shit for having excuses. In his defense, he is a very busy guy. He works for PG&E. He says, "You're at the gym." Sends me a picture of him at the gym. I said, "Yeah, man." I said, "Let's fucking go. I'm proud of you, man." I go, "You got me fired up." He's like, "Yeah, bro. In here trying to be like you, trying to get like you." Do you have any idea that that never used to be a thing for me? Let me say that again. That saying, that phrase was never a thing for me. Okay. I was never the guy that when people were working out, people were at the gym, or people were outside training, I was never the guy that would get a message saying, "Out here putting in that work, trying to get like you." I was never that guy. I was always the lazy, out of shape, didn't care about working out, didn't care about taking care of my health, didn't care about any of that. But I put in the work for myself, for my kids, because I want to be here for as long as I can for my kids. And I put in the work to try to inspire people. That's why I tell you guys on this podcast, everything I'm doing here is hopefully inspiring to people. Hopefully, it's inspiring somebody out there who's listening. If I inspire one person to do something and change their life, then this is worth it. It's completely worth it. Now, Jonte is the size of a football player. He's a big dude. So for a man of his stature to say, "I'm in here trying to get like you," it speaks volumes for what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do and encourage my friends, my loved ones, and people that listen to this podcast and people that follow me on social media. I stand a whole 5'6". 5'6". I'm not a big guy. But when I go to the gym, I work out extremely hard. I lift heavy. I lift hard, and I try to push myself to be stronger than I was the previous day, stronger than I was the previous week. And there's a reason why I share all of these things on my social media. It's not to show off. It's not to show somebody, "Look how much I can lift." It's not. It's to show you guys and encourage you, because I know what it did for me when I would follow people who were working out and who were getting their life back on track. I know that there were days when I was off, and then I would see this video of someone and they'd be working out in the gym, and then I'd be like, "Man, I got to go to the gym." And then I would get in my car and I'd go to the gym, and then I would go hard. That is the reason why I share the stuff that I do. That's the reason why when I'm in the gym and I'm feeling it, I'll put a video up with some music, because I want to inspire somebody, anybody who's watching or listening, to take care of yourselves. And if you have kids, you should be taking this very serious. Nobody's telling you that you need to be a bodybuilder. Okay. That's not my goal. I have no goals to be a bodybuilder. I want to be strong. I want to be healthy. I want to be fit. I don't want to be the old guy who's in his 70s or 80s, and anytime I fall down, my bones are so brittle that they break and I have to go have a hip surgery or a hip replacement. I don't want to be that. And that's the reason why it happens. Bone density. When you get older, your bones become weak. You lift heavy right now, you are building your bones. Your bones get stronger, but you got to lift heavy. You got to push yourself. I hope that this encourages some of you guys. And I hope that when you're on my social media, that anytime I post something about working out or whatever, that you guys are not taking it as I'm trying to show off and whatnot, because I'm not. I'm trying to encourage. And to be honest with you, there are times when I post those videos, it's to encourage myself as well to keep going. When I share the videos and photos of my sons and me working out, it's to encourage you fathers out there to incorporate your children in your workouts, to take your kids to the gym, to take your kids to the football field and run the track or run the stairs, to take your kids to the park, get them weighted vests and have them do a ruck with you. I do that because I want to encourage you. I talk to everybody, but I'm always talking to the men, especially the fathers. Everything that I post is to encourage. It's never to down anybody. It's never to one up somebody. It's never the intention. And I hope that comes through when you see my posts. All right? Because I'm not one of those dudes. I'm not. This this photo right here you see over my shoulder on YouTube. I love this photo. It's my new background, but I love this photo because this is one of the this is one of the hikes I did with my sons. It was a very hard, very difficult hike. It was Mount Amunhum in San Jose. And when we got to the top, you guys notice I always take photos with my flag. But when we got to the top, I asked my son, "Hey, if you look closely at that picture, you can see my back is drenched." But there was I asked my son to take this photo of me because I love the view and I just wanted something to remember it by because this was a very difficult hike. Uh, there were days back in the day that I couldn't do a hike like that because I was too out of shape. Now I look forward to those hikes. I look forward to moments like this right here, where I get to the top and I take that cool picture and I look at it now and I remember. I remember where I was and I remember how I felt. And I'm thankful to be where I'm at right now. So if you find yourself hitting the snooze bar and you say, I just can't make it, I don't have time, you better hop out of bed, get on the floor, and start doing some push ups. I'm encouraging you to at least do that. All right. And to my boy John Tay, man, stay in the gym, man, because believe it or not, when you send, and I told you this, when you send me photos of you in the gym, it makes me want to go do a second session and go work out. That's how fired up I get when people that I love send me messages like that. Even people that I don't know. I get people that tag me in videos on Instagram and whatnot. Getting my session in, big dog, and they send it to me, big dog. I am not big dog. I'm 5'6", man. But I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys. And I hope this encourages you guys. Other than that, man, if I sound happy, I am happy. I'm wearing my Caltera Jiu Jitsu hat. My sons got their fourth stripe tonight, number 4. And the next belt up is their white gray belt. And I couldn't be more happier, man. I am so proud of them. They are becoming such badasses. And yeah, today it's just awesome to see the journey that they're on and doing jujitsu, man. It's this is now going into their second year. And I'm so happy for them, and I'm just super proud, man. I am about to start my journey here as well, so wish me luck. This is going to be probably one of the hardest things that I ever uh, tried and put myself to the test, and hopefully I do well. I'm going to give it my all, and I'm going to shut my mouth and listen to the professors and try to get it down. All right, this is another thing that I'm trying, another goal of mine. So, like the last podcast, I talked about goals and dreams. Well, you're looking at it right here. Here's another one, jujitsu. So, I'm always trying to learn and get better. I hope you are as well. Every day you should be trying to get better than you were yesterday. I love you guys. That is the episode. This is episode 141. And like I always say, uh, my website, before I do that, my website is raymolina.com. Make sure to bookmark it. Uh, the Instagram and TikTok is at the Perfect Mess Pod and at It's Ray Molina. That is both Instagram and TikTok. The YouTube is youtube.com/the perfect mess pod. Please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell in the bottom right hand corner, and you will get all the notifications for any videos that I put up, any shorts, anything I put up, full episodes. You will get the notifications. Please subscribe if you're on Spotify, Apple. Yeah, please subscribe and follow there. Leave a comment and review, and on YouTube, leave a comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. Uh, one other thing, excuse me, not Yahoo, YouTube Music, the app also has the podcast where you can watch on video format and audio. Now, the cool thing is, if you notice when you're just in the YouTube app, when you close down your phone or the screen goes off, the audio goes off. If you download the YouTube Music app, you can actually minimize it or uh, put your phone to sleep, and the audio will still be playing. So I just found that out. My kids were laughing at me. They're like, "Dad, we've known that. Maybe you've known that." I didn't know that. So again, YouTube Music, the app, you can actually watch the podcast and you can actually just listen to the audio portion, whichever you choose. Download it and check it out there. One other thing I want to tell you guys. I have joined Clubhouse. All right. So starting here soon, I am going to start scheduling Clubhouse meetings where those of you who listen and want to discuss the episode of the podcast that came out, we can do that and have a Clubhouse meeting with everybody who has an account and is part of the Perfect Mess podcast Clubhouse. So if you are on Clubhouse, find me on Clubhouse. Look up Ray Molina, look up the Perfect Mess podcast. I am on there. Send me a friend request. A lot of you got friend requested today. That was me. And I think we have about 10 or 11 members now just in a couple of hours. So do me a favor, go to Clubhouse, download the Clubhouse app, search for me, Ray Molina, or the Perfect Mess podcast, and then send me an invite and I will or an invite request and I will put you through so we can do that. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to set up live chats. We'll probably do them for an hour. And then I will actually schedule those and we can discuss the podcast. Whichever episode just came out, I'll schedule it for a couple of days and say, okay, hey, this Saturday we'll be discussing episode whatever the episode is, and then we'll talk about it. And then if you guys have questions or you just want to talk about things, have some input, debate, whatever it is, we'll do that on Clubhouse. Okay. That's all I got, guys. For those of you guys who want to donate, like I always say, it's not necessary. You can donate through Cash App, which is $ It's Ray Molina, and Venmo at It's Ray Molina. That's all I got. I love you guys. God bless you. I hope you're in great health. Please take care of yourself, stay healthy, and stay on your grind. And do not listen to your bitch voice. Please do not. Take care of yourselves out there, all right? And that's it. For anybody who'd like to get at me, you got all my socials, you got my website, you got everything. I'm available. I love you guys. All right. Like I always say, my life isn't perfect. Oftentimes it is a mess, but for me, it is the perfect mess. Peace.